Hello again. So, Trump trumps them all. So much for the grossly overpaid pundits, experts, and pollsters who get it wrong yet again. And what now, Europe? With Marine Le Pen's Front National, Geert Wilders' Freedom Party, poised next year to come close or even win elections. Or the Austrian presidential election in a couple of weeks' time, with a neo-Nazi, Norbert Hofer, only a few thousand votes away from victory. As I've been claiming in countless vidcasts here and in the rest of Europe, political discourse has shifted to the new, and not so new, right. I don't give two monkeys if 500,000 are flooded into Jeremy Corbyn's Labour Party. If Theresa May is blocked from pushing through Article 50, she could call a snap, let the people decide general election next year. The Tories would be elected with a comfortable majority, thus consolidating the one-party electoral state that we have here. Now Trump has been given his mandate, the establishment right, left and centre will all swallow their pride and grovel before the president-elect. One politician who's been written off by this very same establishment and has been very quick off the mark is Nigel Farage, who's become bigger than his floundering party u.k.i.p. He's already done the pilgrimage, and not as a penitent, to chat with the Donald in his high-rise lair. Farage is certainly the politician to watch at the moment, since he's entering uncharted political territory with his proposed December the 5th march to the Supreme Court. Despite shades of comic opera, this, if it goes ahead, could prove a significant event, if not on the day itself, then in the near future. Such bitter irony that the anti-globalization movement seems to be increasingly an expression of the populist right. It certainly is having a voting response with part of the working class. There's no denying it. This is a reaction, if not the correct one, to being ignored, demonized, marginalized, and considered as nothing but ignorant voting fodder by the establishment parties. Meanwhile, this same political establishment, with its usual arrogance, believe they can contain, moderate, or even tame Trump. I don't think so. He's already revving up to deport 2 to 3 million illegals. This populist right rebellion has exposed the left and liberal political establishment as having feet of clay. This could be the start of their long retreat into total oblivion. Look, for example, amongst so many, at Paul Mason. He's going to oppose the Farage March, calling for an alliance of the left and radical centre on the street that day. Bonds traders from Canary Wharf, arm in arm with placard-carrying trots, he says. This is an imagined coalition as repulsive as the collection of turkeys who will be taken to the streets on the 5th of December. So, given this grim scenario, what to do? Well, as anarchists who haven't bought into the middle-class identity politics, who support class war, insurrectionary mass social revolution, we appear to be facing insurmountable odds. But haven't we always? And haven't we always burst forth helping to create new movements, fresh initiatives in social and political direct action? We'll always have a presence on the streets, and no doubt about it, a handful of us will be there on the 5th of December with other malcontents, baiting both Brexiters and Remainers. At the moment, at least informally, there is, within the anarcho spectrum, moves towards recognising, discussing and acting upon the new reality. And this includes, this new reality, the mass apathy in face of state and capitalist onslaught. Also, the glaring contradictions of many having anti-establishment sentiments, deep hostility to politicians, resentment towards middle-class arrogance, and yet, for example, voting for the populist right, supporting nationalism and new, and very old, forms of racism. But from any perspective, a great political void is opening up. The left have no viable solution, and they are part of the problem. Right now, the situation demands us anarchists, rebels, feisty lumpens, and anti-authority elements to start setting and acting upon our own plebeian, working class agendas. Our job is to prepare and follow up for the forthcoming chaos. ditch middle class politics for once and for all. Bye.